What's up? So we back. So today we got episode 7, I think we're on now, of Baddies ATL. So we're about to get into that. Good news, I have to tell you guys this because I'm not sure if you've noticed, but I said at the beginning of this month that I would like to finish off June with 200 subscribers. We did it, 200. I think we're at 203 right now. Y'all really, thank you, man. Y'all really are the truth. Y'all got what I wanted before the end of the month even came. And yeah, man, I'm just extremely grateful. We slowly but surely ticking on up. But what I wanted to say before we get into this review, I've been dropping, well, I haven't been dropping, but I'm about to start dropping. I started a series on, I think it was Wednesday. I posted a U.S. Olympic Trials track highlights video. Please check that out. Please check that out. I'm doing a double video day. I'm going to drop another track trials highlights because today is the ending of the Olympic trials, and I'll have the final coverage of that dropping after this video as well later on today. And I want y'all to check that out. I mean, it's something that I truly am passionate about. I love track and field. I've always loved it. But yeah, there's some great athletes that I want people that may not even be watching to know about, and just listen to their stories, see how great they are, and let me know what y'all think. I posted it the other day and nobody's really watched it, but I want y'all to watch it. But yeah, so that's coming soon. After this video drops, I'm going to be posting that one as well. So you guys are watching these videos and I appreciate it, but watch that one as well. But let's get into this video. So we get to the first scene, and the first scene is really interesting because typically when we come back from an episode, the first scene is kind of cliffhangery and kind of has the dramatic music, but then we get Natalie, who's in the gym doing some bar squats. Like, okay. So it's a different twist. It's a little more calm. We just see her in there in the gym working out, and then in comes Sarah with Judy's wig on. And you can tell she might not be used to wearing wigs. Cause I don't know, it looks really weird on her. Like that wig, I don't know if it's just a bad wig or it's just not a wig that's meant for her. But she comes in and she's got this splint on her ring finger, and she didn't explain through it. I was waiting on this entire thing to kind of piece together and get some type of idea of why she's got that splint on her finger. But I'm only assuming it's because of the fight. So that, and she's saying like she went to the doctor, they gave her this splint, her finger is fractured, and she's got this brush, and she's in her confessional interviews talking about how she lost all this hair, yada yada yada, in the fight. And you know how Sarah is about her hair, she's always whining and crying about it. Like when you get into a fight and you're fighting with women, I mean, you expect somebody to grab your hair, and the thing is with the hair pulling stuff, I don't get where she was coming from, where she's saying that Seven was pulling her hair. Seven wasn't pulling her hair. I never saw Seven pull her hair. And if anything, Seven, she's probably the type of fighter that grabs and gets a good grip, and so they can start wanging on your shit. And that's what I'm thinking about Seven grabbing her hair. But yeah, so they get in there and they're talking about the splint on the finger, and Natalie's laughing at the wig because she does look really, really crazy in that wig, and that wig is Judy's, as you can tell. But they're laughing and talking about it, and basically Natalie's telling Sarah to get over it. Like, we got some more stuff going on today, and Sarah obviously is not too happy about that still. You know how she is. If she can't have it her way, and if she can't do what Natalie has done, she's brought back to Christina and Natalie having a fight and didn't get over it. But at this moment in time, Natalie seems to be cool with Christina, so clearly she did. But I guess she's not happy about Natalie not allowing her to drag this out a couple more days. But Natalie is now talking about how they are going to have some events for the girls to do today. So we're finally going to see something different. So they're trying to have a boxing match where they get Sydney and Judy in there to fight. For what? Like, for what? Sydney don't have no reason to fight Judy, and Judy don't care enough about Sydney to probably want to fight. So that's stupid. And then they're talking about a bull riding, so we'll see. I feel like this episode is going to be a very, very much a filler episode. I feel like this is probably going to be the quickest one it's probably going to be the quickest review that I've done. we gonna see. Natalie called Tanisha, and basically she pranked Tanisha to get Tanisha to come over to the house. Cause I guess Tanisha is not trying to come over to that house unless she really has to. So she pranks her saying like it's about to go down, they ain't here fighting, da 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 da. Just to try and get Tanisha to come over, and Tanisha's on her way. So the next scene we get 2 of my 3 favorites on, well 4, because I like Natalie, man. As put on as this show is, Natalie is definitely one of my top 4 on the show, with Judy, and then the 2 that are in this scene, Seven and Janelle. They're basically sitting in either one of their rooms and basically just kind of getting Seven's perspective on what went down with the fight. So Seven's basically saying like she blacked out, and she basically was saying like, I told her like stop messing with me, and I'm the type of person with my anger, I can't control it. Like when I get there and I just black out and just get crazy. And Janelle was like, yeah, I mean, you gave her several warnings, like I said in that video a couple episodes ago. Like, listen to the verbal cues. Like, if somebody's telling you to shut the fuck up, and they're standing up and they're pointing in your face and telling you like you got the wrong one, like, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you if you don't shut up. She said, Seven told her, you watch that video back, she told Sarah several times, probably 7 times, that I'm about to slap the shit out of you if you don't shut up. Like, and if you don't take those verbal cues, then that's your own fault. Like, Sarah should have been got up. The minute Seven was standing up, I would have been up. Like, I'm talking crazy to you, and you standing up, regardless if I think I can beat you or not, I'm still gonna get up, because you're not gonna sit here and threaten me and get me and catch me slipping. Like, that's Sarah's fault. Seven took advantage of that, and Seven, if you take, like, a lot of y'all get in the comments and start trying to have conversations and combat with me about my opinion in terms of who I think will win versus them 2 in a one-on-one, and I stand firm in what I say. I think I know Seven will beat the mess out of her if they literally get up street style, throw their sets up, and start going to work. Seven is going to kill her. But basically they was just sitting there rehashing it and going back and forth, laughing, and Seven was like, that's the first time she's ever fought a white girl, and the reason she would never fight a white girl or hasn't fought a white girl is because she assumes they will call the cops. That's pretty reasonable, because I would think the same thing. But yeah, I mean, it's funny. And then Janelle Janelle is so funny, dude. Like, I swear I put a clip of her, one thing that she says every single week in each one of these episodes. I'm gonna put it in here too. She said something like, you gave Sarah a couple pops to the head, and then you got them boots on and you just stomped. I thought you was Kirk Franklin. Now, if you know what that reference is.
At first you done bopped her head like it was a biggity bop, 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 bop. You did a few stomps. I thought you was Kirk Franklin, bitch. Like, I don't know.
Janelle is funny, dude. I love her. Like, she's gold. Every show she's been on, she's been that comedic relief as well. And Seven and Janelle are basically talking about how they've gotten really close. And Janelle is basically there for Seven, and Seven is appreciative of that. And then they start talking about how they're excited about doing the activities, the field day that they got going on, and they're about to go ahead and get started with that. So the next scene we get is Sydney and Christina. Christina's in there getting her makeup done, and Christina says like she can't use Natalie's makeup artist, so she had to find a way to get somebody else's makeup artist. And Sydney gets up in here being Sydney, you can tell she was trying to pick something, trying to make some type of drama, because so far there ain't been no drama in this episode. And she's basically saying like, well, you didn't ask me, but she's joking with it, but she's saying, well, you didn't ask me. The 2 makeup artists are in the room as well. And Christina brings up a valid point again, saying like, they're makeup artists, like they're not exclusive to anyone. And that's the truth too. Like, if I was to put myself in their shoes, I wouldn't want to just be exclusive to just one person, because you're stopping bags that you could be making. Why would you want to just be exclusive to one person? Yeah, you can make a lot from that person, but still, like, expand your clientele, expand your money, like get some more money. And being exclusive to Sydney Star, like it'd be one thing if you talk about like maybe Beyonce or like Rihanna or somebody that's big, like who could pay you some money. That I've never understood. And then the makeup artist sitting there trying to basically explain like, y'all cool, and I thought this would be okay. Since y'all like really tight in this house. And Christina's like, yeah, we're tight in this house, like we're the closest, I think. But yeah, just a little stupid, petty, almost drama, or just manufactured drama, I should say. That's pretty much what everything is on this show. But Yeah, they're sitting there talking about that, and then they get into talking about Natalie's text message about the field day. Before we even get into that, I don't know if I'm the only one that noticed this. I couldn't help but notice it. I was trying not to look, but Sydney got these ashy ass legs. Like, you're on camera and you sitting here whining about makeup. You need to be putting some lotion on them ashy ass knees. Like, her whole left leg was filled with ash. Like, that's a little point, but I just had to say it because I could not help but notice it. But they were literally sitting there talking about that makeup, and I'm like, you need to go put some lotion on. Like, you on camera and you sitting here worried about makeup. Okay, let's just get back to the point. But they were talking about Natalie's field day and stuff, and Christina's like, so you gonna try and box out Judy? Like, is that what you trying to do? And Sydney starts trying to act like she gonna do something. And Sydney, if that's how you fight, then Judy gonna work you up. Like, she's gonna tear you down, because there was no form at all. But they're getting ready to go to that as well. All right, so the next scene we get Tanisha and Natalie outside. Tanisha pulls up in this, I guess it's an Uber. And these two, Tanisha and Natalie, are doing everything that makes you want to think that this show is scripted. They're being over theatrical, doing the most, screaming and acting stupid and saying these girls are crazy, yada yada yada. Just doing them. You could tell they're doing the most, and that's the thing with them being executive producers. I feel like they need to be off of the show, because you can tell when somebody's never been an executive producer ever, because the two of them act like they've never been an executive producer. Like, if you're an executive producer, you don't have to say it all the time. You don't have to try and act like an executive producer. Like, just do it. You don't have to do too much. And they're abusing their power in a way. It's like, because they want to make it seem like they're trying to do the best, but it's just too much. Like, when they get on there trying to act like they're not doing too much for the show and don't want to be on the show, it's like, then why are you here? Like, with Tanisha coming up saying, well, I left the meeting for this. Why did you sign up to be on the cast then? Like, if you just wanted to be the executive producer and take meetings, then do that behind the camera. Don't get on the camera doing that. And this show is showing Tanisha in a different light for me. Natalie has always been extra. Natalie's always been dramatic. So this isn't anything out of the ordinary. But with Tanisha, I just see her in a different light. I can really see her putting on for the cameras. Natalie, to a certain extent, she's putting on too. But Natalie is always on 12. Like, always on 12. But they, just long story short, they bring the girls out. They got this bouncy house, and then they got this bull riding thing over here on the side. And they get the girls out, and they're telling them, okay, well, y'all want to fight about whose body looks like this, and y'all want to fight over rooms. You're going to get in this bouncy house, and you're going to fight it out for that room, or you're going to get on this bull and ride it out like y'all like to ride on you-know-what. So they're all out there. They're all laughing. Everybody seems to be in good spirits except for Judy, because Judy's like, dude, like, I'm not fighting over some stupid shit like this. I told you I just need a room. Like, I'm not fighting for a room. And Judy is I'm telling you, Judy's been one of my favorites. Like, she's easily been one of my favorites prior to this show. And she's still my favorite because Judy's not doing too much. Judy's just being Judy. And she's being valid. Like, everything she says is valid. Like, what she said is, like, she just feels like Sydney is very disrespectful and says disrespectful stuff. Which she does. She does stuff. She's too busy trying to make a show and trying too hard to be this bad girl. To the fact that to the point where she's just basically out here disrespecting Judy, because she knows in her mind Judy is the weakest one out of the girls and the easiest one that she'll be able to pick a fight with and not necessarily get her ass whooped. So she's doing that to Judy, and Judy's saying, like, yeah, she's talking disrespectful to me, and if I did this to her, then I would be looked at a certain way, which is the truth. It's like Judy feels like she's damned if she does, she's damned if she don't, because Sydney is transgender. And she feels like if she comes at Sydney on the same energy that she comes with her, she'll get looked at as a certain way and be treated as a transphobe, which I don't feel is fair. Like I said before, Sydney has literally said transphobic things to Judy, who is a biological woman. But if she was to ever say that back to her, Judy, like Judy said, she would get attacked for it. But that's just where Judy's at. She's like, I'm not sleeping in no attic, but I'm not trying to fight it out. And they're like, well, if you ain't trying to fight it out, who you want to fight? And she immediately said 7. Obviously, if anybody wants somebody to fight for them, they would choose 7 or they would choose Christina. But they're about to box this out. We're about to see what's going down. All right, well, this scene actually was kind of nice. It was actually a feel-good scene, actually, truthfully. At first, when they got into the bouncy house, because Natalie and Tanisha are getting in here first. And at first, when they both was when they was still outside of the bouncy house trying to get in, Natalie was the first one. Tanisha was taking her stuff out so she could get in. And there's this little peephole, and Natalie is still outside trying to get. I'm like, how are they gonna get through here? Because you know Natalie is thick, and Tanisha is kind of big. She done lost a lot of weight, but she ain't gonna be able to fit through that hole that easy either. So it was funny because Natalie was like, you know, we thick, like we thick, like we got to get through this hole. But they got through, and it was funny. They both sitting there laughing. I mean, they're not taking it seriously, but they about to box it out with these big oversized gloves. And it's so funny because when Tanisha and Natalie start fighting, they start fighting, and then Natalie's obviously getting more hits in, and Tanisha, being clumsy, she falls. And when she falls, she takes half the bouncy house with her, and that thing is tilted at this point. And Tanisha can't get up, and they trying to find a way to get her up, but that was funny. It was a nice little moment because we need some humorous moments to balance out the stupidity, but that was a funny little moment. And then we get Janelle and Sydney, which I was very excited to see this. And Janelle beat Sydney's ass and popped splits on her head and everything. And Janelle was fighting for Judy, so Judy won the fight, even though Janelle won the fight, but Judy won the room. Thank God. I'm very happy to see that. And then we get Seven and Christina doing the little jousting thing. And I was like, that's a missed opportunity. Regardless if they had beef or not, those two are the two heavyweights in this house, the two girls that can fight. And I was like, even though they ain't got no beef and I don't want them to have beef, I would have loved just to see them two box it out for real, with some not oversized gloves. Get some regular gloves, like some Floyd Mayweather type gloves. Look, just box it out, because that would have been a very good matchup. But yeah, that was a cool little scene. Ooh, this is such a quick ass episode. This is gonna be the quickest review I've ever done. Because nothing is really happening. They riding a bull. Each one of the girls get on and ride the bull. But that's really all there is to it. Nothing to really talk about. Truthfully, there's nothing really to talk about. Each one of the girls got on individually, rode the bull. They all had fun. Like, I mean, it wasn't much of nothing to really go on about because they didn't have any drama while doing that. So it was a good thing for them. But for the show, it's kind of boring. But I guess they needed a filler episode. I guess they needed an episode where there wasn't too much going on and the girls were calm, but that's all we really got. I don't really have much to say besides they were riding a bull. Man, I'm actually really happy that this is a short review because I got other things to do. I got track and field finals tonight, which I want you guys to watch. Please watch the video. Like, these athletes are incredible and they deserve love and support. So please tune into that after this video drops. It's gonna drop later on tonight. Track and field finals are literally happening at 7 o'clock. And I'm watching this and doing this review in between 6 and 7. So, but yeah, with the last scene we get is a scene that actually is needed. So we get Sarah walking up to Seven's room. And this is the first time that they've spoken to each other since the fight. And it's funny because Sarah literally comes up here to Seven's room and says, well, I don't know if you knew, but I had that wig on and I had my splint on my finger because I fractured my finger. She comes out and pulls documents of her, like paperwork of her literally coming from the hospital, and they're diagnosing her with this and diagnosing her with that and giving her medications, yada, yada, yada. It's so funny because Seven's like, why are you showing me this? And like I said, like earlier, and like Seven said, like, she warned you, girl, like, you ain't been in no fight like this before. Like, you coming up to me whining about, not even whining, but just talking about your injuries and stuff. I told you, it's like, I told you stop messing with me, because if I hit you, we're gonna have some problems, and you now have hair loss, and you now have a fractured finger. But that whole thing was just funny, because I'm like, you asked for it. She warned you, and you asked for it, and you got it. But they were being grown women in this scene. They both apologized. Seven said she wasn't trying to hit her. She didn't want to hit her. Sarah says that she was told by Natalie that Seven didn't like her, yada, yada, yada. Seven says the same thing. Like, she was informed that she was out here talking shit about her, and they kind of come to the conclusion that they're no longer going to beef. They want to be cool and move forward in the house, but that was really it for the episode, which I'm very happy about. I'm glad it's a full episode that really wasn't much of nothing, truthfully, because they just too much with doing the most. I mean, I can't deal with the fake shit, but let's watch this trailer for next week and see what we got coming. Hopefully it's good, because this was kind of dry. All right, here we go.
I agree. Between.
No more lies and manipulation. I agree.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna see you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Turn up. You
I
gotta
always
have fun.
turn up when I go to the club.
Girl is the lit. I'm the turn up queen. I personally need some pretty stripped out. Not my pussy today. We can make an appointment. But I just, you know.
Sydney, you first. Let's go. Sydney, let's go.
I don't know if y'all know, but today is my birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Sitting back coolin', hit the streets fooling.
Happy birthday to you.
But I don't think you hear me though. Last CD all hits, next CD.
I wanna suck a nigga dick from the back after this shit.
I invited Megan over.
Dude, I don't respect you.
No,
I
shut
feel
up.
like
I ain't got no beef with Megan either. Megan got beef with everybody. She's a fucking miserable ass bitch.
Whoa. Megan.
Obviously, I don't like Natalie, so I can't stay here. And then I heard Tanisha was here, and I'm not really fucking with Tanisha, right? Anybody want to fight?
I'm gonna get into whatever the fuck I wanna get into.
You just said for people.
So no, I'm not. I'm staying in it, because I wanna be in it.
No, bitch.
Get out my room.
You gonna have to
Bitch, I'm not. Get out of my room and you will fuck sick. Get out my room.
This is the devil. The devil's in the house. I'm sorry. The devil's in the house.
Sydney about to get her house.
whoop her ass, Natalie. I'm behind you.
If she touches me, it's going to be a problem.
You think I don't know what the fuck going on around here? No, I look stupid to everybody?
Not me. Tanisha has said what she has to say. She no longer wants to continue with this right now.
I'm so fucked up over this.
Returning July 11th, so we're gonna have a 2-week break. Y'all don't understand, doing this review and shit has put me on a completely different level. I mean, it's giving me a responsibility, but man, we got 2 weeks. We got a 2-week break, so I'm excited because this week I'm going out of town too, and I got a lot of shit coming too, but that's gonna give me time to get these Big Brother reviews out. So I got Big Brother coming as well. I might do Love Island. Let me know if y'all want me to do Love Island, because that's a big commitment. Because they have like 5 episodes a week. So let me know if you want me to do that, because if you want me to do that, then I will do it. I will try my best to do it. I might coordinate a schedule, maybe like do like 2 episodes a day, or do 2 episodes a video maybe. Because that's a lot every day. I don't have time for that. But if you want me to do it, just let me know. I'm gonna do Big Brother. I think the cast is coming out this week, maybe. But I'll be in Charleston this week. So we'll see. Maybe I'll be able to record something and give you like a cast analysis video. But that's coming. My mother's calling me. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Please do all of that. You guys got me to 200 subscribers in less than a month. We went from like 130 to 200 in less than a month. That's like 70 subscribers. Y'all are the best. I appreciate y'all. Please comment, like, subscribe, share, do all of that. We on the road. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers, hopefully by the end of the year. But let's try and do that quicker. Like, y'all got me to 200 quick. Let's keep on running up. But stay tuned. I'm probably gonna have a vlog coming with Charleston. I'm going with my family. That's coming. Like I said, stay tuned for the U.S. Olympic trials. That's coming tonight. Part 2. We got a showdown coming. Sydney McLaughlin and Delilah Muhammad. But yeah, that's what's coming. Big Brother's coming. Let me know about Love Island. Let me know about other shows. Power Goes 2, that's coming soon. But yeah, that's it. Signing off. See y'all in 2 weeks for Baddies ATL. But stay with me for the rest of the stuff. We got some more stuff coming. I appreciate y'all. Bye.